Hello and welcome to Parents Guide to Gaming. This channel will explain the ratings of new releases on video games. We'll be looking at games coming out November 24th to November 30th, except for our first game, which is currently an open test, or others called a beta. Here's a list of common short terms we'll be using in this video. The first game is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, currently in beta, with full game release December 1st. The ESRB rating of this game is M for mature. Content descriptors are blood, drug references, strong language, and violence. This is a first-person shooter in which players control members of an elite counter-terror unit through various missions. Game modes allow players to eliminate terrorist cells, defuse bombs, and extract hostages. Characters use firearms, explosives, and traps to kill human enemies. Gunfights can be frantic and highlighted by cries of pain, explosions, realistic gunfire, and blood-spattering effects. Cutscenes depict instances of violence, an explosion that kills two characters, a man shot in slow motion. During the course of the game, some stages depict bags of cocaine on tables and counters. The F word also appears in the dialogue. The platforms to which this is being released is Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Next on the list is Beyond Two Souls. Now this is an HD remake of a game released in 2013. The ESRB rating is mature. Content descriptors are blood, intense violence, sexual content, strong language, use of drugs and alcohol. This is an action game in which players assume the roles of Jodie Holmes and her invisible companion Aiden through 15 years of Jodie's life. From a third-person perspective, players control Jodie through fully interactive environments, choosing a variety of actions, dialogues, decision paths based on on-screen prompts. Some choices can lead to depictions of violence. Jodie attacks assailants with punches, kicks, and various objects. As character Aiden, players solve puzzles, manipulate objects, and attack Jodie's assailants. Players also use Aiden to possess enemies and perform violent acts. Some of these sequences are accompanied by blood-spattering effects. In one cutscene, a bound character's eye is cut out during an interrogation. The act is obscured by character's back. One bar sequence depicts male characters attempting to sexually assault a woman. Players control Aiden and interact with objects to stop the assailants. Another sequence depicts characters propositioning a woman to perform sexual acts. The game includes depictions of central character drinking beer and smoking marijuana in a party setting. The screen distortion occurs during these sequences. Curse words can be heard in the dialogue. This will be coming out on PlayStation 4, but is currently available on PlayStation 3. Next on the list is Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. The ESRB rating is teen. Content descriptors are alcohol references, mild suggestive themes, and violence. This is a tactile action game in which players assume the roles of warriors battling for control of ancient China. Players engage in hack-and-slash combat with hordes of enemy soldiers using swords, spears, crossbows, hammers, and bladed weapons. Battles are highlighted by sword-slashing effects, impact sounds, and cries of pain. Enemies collapse on the ground when killed. During the course of the game, some female characters are depicted in outfits that expose large amounts of cleavage and or buttocks. Their breasts sometimes jiggle when jumping to perform attacks. The game also contains several alcohol references in the dialogue. The game is coming out on PlayStation Vita. The next game is the Minecraft Story Mode, Episode 3, The Last Place You Look. The rating is everyone over 10. The content descriptors are fantasy, violence, and mild language. This is an action-adventure game set in the Minecraft universe in which players assume the roles of Jessie and her friends on a quest to reunite heroes. As players progress through the story, they are presented with dialogue and action choices that occasionally lead to combat against monsters. Players use swords and other weapons to defeat enemies. Enemies generally disappear amidst puffs of smoke when defeated. The words "damn" and "hell" are heard in the dialogue. The platform the game will be on is Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC. The next game is Tesla Guard. The rating from the ESRB is everyone. Content descriptors are mild fantasy violence. This is a 2D puzzle platform in which players help a boy use ancient technology to defeat a despotic king. Players traverse side-scrolling environments, solve puzzles, and use various tools to defeat enemy creatures. Occasional combat is highlighted by mild explosions and colorful lighting effects. Boss battles against giant robots depict more protracted combat. This will be released on PlayStation Vita. Here's links to the ESRB and also the PEGI rating system. If you have any questions or comments, please tweet us at parentsg2g or email at parentsg2g@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. We'll be posting every Tuesday a video of that week's new releases. We will also be posting videos on Thursdays explaining things about gaming.